What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of this beautiful movie news show that we like to call The DawgHouse, the only internet movie news show, I might add, that thinks Thrawn is the main character of Ahsoka. We got a lot of cool shit to get into today. I know we've been gone. The DawgHouse has been gone for a little over a week, but have no fear. It's all back in order. We're back. We got the Toxic Avenger teaser trailer, Red Band teaser trailer, Chucky Season 3, the official trailer. We've been looking at like the little promo material they've been putting out. Now this is the actual trailer. Rick and Morty Season 7. A Power Rangers sequel from 2017 is a possibility at this point. James Gunn talks a little more about his DCU. Halloween is getting eyed by A24. There's just a lot of cool shit that we're going to get into today. Let's go ahead and jump right into the first thing, which is the Toxic Avenger trailer.
There are still no leads as to the identity of
the freaky folk hero remains at large. Sir, what did you see last night?
I heard gunshots, saw blood. Handsome fella had his arm tore off like wet bread, and the creature run off into the night.
He looks like a fucked up hot dog.
That part was very shocking.
What the fuck?
Mother.
Can we put that up? Anyone that may have encountered the strange. Breaking news, a group of armed extremists, the Nasty Lads, they've taken hostages at a Mistmeat Lunchatorium downtown.
Let's go live.
We are the Nasty Lads! We are angry!
Oh shit, and then the monster's gonna come out and save everybody?
Who the fuck are you?
It's Chip.
Whoa!
Oh shit, nice.
Peter Dinkley.
No, I saw that too, Peter. Dang.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
Oh my god.
It's interesting.
Gives me an Adult Swim vibes.
I agree.
Yeah.
It does give me Adult Swim vibes. That was like, he took his jaw clean the fuck off. I guess that was the reason for that red band. That was pretty sick. So Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger. I love that guy, man. I think he can do anything. I like a good Peter Dinklage project. Other than that, I don't know much about the IP itself, so I don't have like too much to add to it other than it looks cool. I'm here for it. What do y'all think?
Yeah, me neither.
Same, dude.
It looks. I'll check it out.
I'm gonna look more into the IP, but
Yeah.
Fake.
sick.
They also didn't really give a lot in that trailer, so not much to work with yet, but we'll see as time goes on.
It's definitely looking like some sort of Marvel thing, or where it's like we've got a monster and they're doing like hero shit.
Yeah,
It reminds me of that.
like a Venom type thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The Toxic Avenger exclusive Red Band teaser trailer. Comment down below and tell us what you thought about that trailer. We thought it was pretty cool. How you feeling about it? Next up, our favorite killer doll, Chucky Season 3. We've talked about this show quite a bit on this here podcast. I know none of you guys have really dove into it, but you do like the character of Chucky. Let's see what kind of crazy shit he's into in this season of a show.
You bitches miss me?
Henry, I know moving to a new house can be a little scary, but you'll get used to it.
Well, at least there's one good thing.
What's that? Our son has
Okay, I'm gonna kind of talk over this because that sounds like a copyrighted song.
to be therapeutic.
Was that the White House?
Is that
definitely the White House.
Son? Is that the president's son?
And yes, that is the president's son.
Nice. Here we
Nice.
go.
Check your phone. That is pretty cool.
Okay, so there's the three main kids
Bitches
from the
miss
show.
me?
Hunter
Oh
bite.
shit.
Does Chucky like
They should've made
take the
it.
side of anybody ever? Like, is he gonna take this kid's side or something?
They could.
You're not the producer from
There she is.
Oh, shit.
Man. That's sick.
Caroline, you don't have to do this.
I'm his new friend till the end.
Knife drop.
Have you seen the news? Is that Chucky in the White House?
We're responsible for Chucky.
We're going to DC. He knows where my sister is.
In the White House.
Chucky, guys.
Oh, shit.
Secure in the White House. This is gonna be our bloodiest Halloween yet.
Get trapped.
Gets trapped.
Are y'all ready to get trapped?
That's pretty good.
What are you guys talking about?
Killing people.
Hey!
What the?
Hey, I recognize that fella at the end there and that little stinger. I like him. He's from Stan Helsing. He's very funny. I mean, it just looks like more Chucky madness to me. I didn't really finish the second season. This show is not the greatest thing to ever hit the TV, but it's also not the worst. It's the first season especially is a good watch, but all in all, it's not terrible. That trailer itself, cool. It didn't really get me excited. Didn't make me like, oh, I have to finish Chucky now or anything like that. It does look like it's got some neat aspects to it, though. What are you guys thinking about it?
I've never seen any of the Chucky movies or nothing like that, but it looks goofy. I like it.
Yeah, it does look super goof.
I mean, it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't look spectacular, but it doesn't look horrible either. It's goofy, you know.
The president angle is pretty interesting, like being in the White House.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Chucky fan.
The cool thing about the president is he is played by an actor named Devon Sawa, and he that actor plays a different character, all in which die in each season. So it's cool to see him come back again as a president. So that's a neat little running gag they got going. Stan, how'd you feel?
So he's probably gonna get killed.
Yeah, probably.
I think it looks good. I'm glad we got a trailer now.
Yeah, like an actual trailer.
And then the president part, the White House, that's cool. But I was thinking, like, I don't know, it's a way to introduce younger teens into like horror or like, I guess kids without completely scaring them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
It's got a lot of the
It's not like super scary or anything, but it is horror because there is gore in it.
It does a lot of the modern Hollywood tropes as well. Unfortunately, there are there's some stuff in there that's questionable, but yeah. Chucky Season 3, the official trailer, streaming on Peacock October 4th. How are you guys feeling about it? Comment below and tell us your thoughts on Season 3 of Chucky's trailer. This is an interesting one that I've been specifically waiting to talk about Rick and Morty on this show because of all the shit that's been going on with it, right? We all know Justin Roiland is kind of a piece of shit. And they let him go from the show. He's no longer affiliated with Rick and Morty or Adult Swim in any way. Which means that this new season of Rick and Morty will have recasted a lot of his characters because Justin did voice Rick, Morty, Mr. Poopy Butthole. I mean, all kinds of people. Yeah, he voiced a lot of these characters. So they found some replacements. I'm not going to lie. I spoiled myself and did check this trailer out already just because I've been itching to hear the replacement. I'm not going to give my full thoughts on it until after you guys get a chance to see it.
I feel like I should interrupt because the last I heard, he got cleared of those charges. So
he may have been cleared of those charges, but Adult Swim still is like, fuck off. We don't even want anything to do with it. We don't want.
Yeah, it's still pretty recent though. I mean, they might bring him back. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe this will be the only season we get without him. I mean, I don't really have any. Like, yeah, he's a piece of shit if he did do that, and if not, then that sucks. He had to go through that. But I'm here for like Rick and Morty. Like, I kind of want to see Rick and Morty's voices stay the same.
Right.
But I don't know. It's weird being a fan of something where like one of the main people do some fucked up shit and now you're like in a weird position. Are you guys like fans of the show? Do you guys like Rick and Morty?
I've enjoyed every episode I've ever seen, which is very little, but I enjoyed it. I love all the references to other stuff.
Oh yeah, full of references for sure.
Yeah, I love
Rick and Morty.
I think season 1 through 4 is what I've seen, and like every bit of it I like.
Mm-hmm. 5 and 6 is where it kind of starts to lose traction. So you've seen the better part of the show.
One of my favorite episodes was Night Family from season 6.
The Night Family. Rinse your dishes.
If you haven't watched Rick and Morty, go watch that one. What, season 6, episode 4 or something? Night Family.
Scrape your smuts. I love that.
Clean your dishes.
I love that fucking episode. My favorite episode is Anatomy Park. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Where Rick has like the Jurassic Park parody inside that hobo's body.
Yeah.
Love me some Rick and Morty. Let's go ahead and jump into this trailer so you guys can hear these replacements for Justin Roiland, and let's give our opinions on it.
Hey, look, Morty! I'm a leg! A leg, Morty! Any progress? I found the version of me that killed my wife. You just missed it.
Can I ask if you're currently a hologram?
Yeah, hold on. 1 sec. Do we know anyone sober? Have you been drinking?
On a Thursday?
How long does a society take to collapse?
Let's find out. I'm telling you, man, you're making a big mistake here. Who's ready for Rick's famous spaghetti? I said I was sorry.
No, you didn't.
I said it quietly. Shut up.
Dad, you had a job interview, right?
Bombed it. Whose car is this? Whose sun visor is this? What's a sun?
I was wondering if you could help me out with a bit of a rake situation.
A rake situation?
Well, that last one was just for shock value.
Ice-T's back.
What do you say, Rick? To fly through space? Come upon something? Maybe I have a moral objection?
Rick and Morty, we're back, baby!
Rick and Morty, new season premieres Sunday, October 15th at 11 p.m.
Okay, here's my issue. Rick, when he is speaking, like just straight up talking, not trying to yell or do anything crazy with his voice, he sounds fine. When he starts yelling, I can hear the change. Like that whole Rick's famous spaghetti, or right there.
Yeah, that
there.
dude. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought when I heard that.
It's maybe it's just from I watch the show religiously still. Like it's something I put on when I go to sleep. So like I'm used to hearing Justin's voice, but like yeah, that just sounds off. And Morty at like the point in in season 6, he's kind of starting to get like that. He's going through. Why can't I think of the puberty? He's going through puberty, so his voice was kind of starting to get a little deeper. And now that they got the new actor, it kind of sounds like they took it all the way back to season 1 and 2 Morty, where he sounds like a little more adolescent, a little more high pitch.
He was starting to sound more sure of himself, from what I remember.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like too jarring to where it like ruins the whole thing for me. It's just a nitpick. Like I know it's different people. If you were to show me this and I wouldn't have known about the whole situation, I'd be like, wait a minute, something's not right here, because Rick's famous yelling and going on rants, and I didn't hear a single burp that whole time, which bothered me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm a fan of the show, so I'm gonna check it out. But man, my expectations are not very high. How are you guys feeling?
It's definitely a whole nother level whenever, like, if you're recasting somebody is one thing, but they got recast and Justin Roiland would write, like he would improvise. He was a writer for it. So you recasted 2 things, really.
Yeah, Dan Harmon did try to come out and do some fucking damage control and was like, oh, he hasn't been in the writer's room for years. He hasn't been writing on Rick and Morty for a long time. Is that true? We don't know. Wow.
I mean, that's like a good point too. So like, I don't know.
We don't know shit.
Like, did they ever continue? My main thing that I remember is, did they ever continue the evil Morty storyline? Like, did that finish? Did that wrap up?
It's on a cliffhanger at the moment. Something did happen. Something big did happen. But
interesting.
This season is supposedly going to tackle that.
That's a good draw.
Yeah, that is, because Evil Morty that's another really good episode. If you haven't seen the show, to just jump into and check that one out. That's a super good episode, the Citadel episode. I forget the actual title of the sode itself, but it's a really good one. Fusik, what did that trailer make you feel?
I'm not super familiar with the original voices, so I couldn't honestly tell the difference. But I mean, the content looked cool.
Right.
They should have got that guy that does like the shorts. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, you talking about the TikTok guy?
Media. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a chunkier guy. He like he's post clips of him voicing over some of the episodes. He is like, everybody was so damn sure he was the guy that they were gonna do, and unfortunately it's not looking like it. When, I mean, dude, that guy's right there. He's just a normal fella. But whatever, Adult Swim. Steezy, how you feeling about it? What's going through your brain about this trailer?
All allegations aside,
right?
They're not true. I hope they do bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also just happy that they didn't cancel the show completely.
Oh,
just
me
over
too.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's back. And yeah, the Rick screams don't sound like Rick, but the regular voice Rick, it's almost on point. So
yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna let the voice. I'm gonna try not to let the voices get to me, because, I mean, it's still Rick and Morty animation, and hopefully, I mean, it's all over the place anyway. So there's not really one concurrent storyline through seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is just a different universe.
Yeah, I mean, Justin's other show, Solar Opposites, also he obviously had to recast his voice there, and there's like an in-canon reason why he's a different voice now. Like, I remember seeing the trailer for it, like the main guy or whatever, the dad, I forget his name. He like gets hit in the throat with like a dart, and it like changes his voice. And I was like, oh, that's pretty smart. That's a smart way to do it.
Yeah. There's Terry Yumulak and is it Corvo?
Corvo, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. All right. So, Rick and Morty Season 7 official trailer. What did you think about it? Comment below and let us know your thoughts on the recast for Rick and Morty. Our next trailer here, I am not the biggest enthusiast for this series. I don't know much about it. I've seen the first one. And I think the last one they made, I had to watch one of them, I'm assuming the first one, in high school for a book report. I enjoyed it. Jennifer Lawrence is from our hometown. She's cool. Yeah, Hunger Games is a neat premise that I'm trying to, like, I don't want to say, it's like a battle royale type thing, right? They get dropped into the arena, and with no weapons, you got to get your own weapons, and it's like a fight to the death, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than knowing it's a battle royale type thing and Jennifer Lawrence was in it, that is the extent of my knowledge on the Hunger Games. So this is a new installment, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is official trailer number 2, clocking in at about 2 minutes 45 seconds. Let's jump into it, see if it makes us any more excited to get into it, I guess. I hate that now. The trailer before the trailer shit they do. It's so annoying.
Everything you've seen out there in the world. What are the Hunger Games for?
Is that Viola Davis? That was Amanda Waller.
The Hunger Games, they're to punish the districts. Those tributes don't have a choice.
Looks like a prequel or something.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage, welcome back, friend.
Yes. It's cool that it's kind of in an earlier time period.
Imagine it was your name that they pulled. I just want to know that somebody still cared about me, that I was still of value.
Welcome to the Capitol.
You look like you shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't, but I'm your mentor.
A rebel.
That's that one kid.
Was that Machine Gun Kelly?
You want to protect people, then it's essential to accept what human beings are and what it takes to control them.
Let's see you use that famous snow charm.
You seem like a good man, Corleone Snow.
I have seen what war does to people.
Fueled with the terror of becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator? I want my enemies to see a rainbow of destruction engulfing the world.
You're monsters! All of you!
Good luck with that poor little songbird. Where is she? It's a mystery. And mysteries have a way of driving people mad.
Mr. Snow, let me ask you one final time. What are the Hunger Games for?
Hanging
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
Yeah, I mean that did not look like a bad movie whatsoever. It looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, I could check
really,
it out.
really interesting.
I
like the time period being like it looks like an earlier time period.
Yeah, is this a prequel? I'm guessing,
or something like that. Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure where this lies in the timeline of the Hunger Games.
It's either a prequel or post-apocalypse.
Yeah. Well,
it could go either way.
Yeah,
but I'm guessing prequel.
Looks really good though.
Yeah,
I mean, shit. That was great trailer.
Yeah, it was.
I don't like how it's. I don't really, I'm not super into the whole love story being like a huge part of the story, but it might be good. It could be good. Like I like The Notebook. I like a few love stories.
Yeah, Hunger Games always seem like that teeny drama, teen action thing, and so that's the vibe it always gave me, like teen girl, like almost like Twilight. Maybe not as strong into that as Twilight is, but. I
love dystopias though. Dystopias are really interesting and like cool to learn about or theorize about.
Oh yeah.
Viola Davis is a very talented actress. She is Amanda Waller in the DC movies. So it was pretty neat seeing her kind of like most of the work that I've seen from Viola has been her DC stuff, and she's like really convincing in there as a bitch. So it's kind of cool to see her do the more wacky villain type thing. Peter Dinklage is a pleasure as always. Yeah, I mean it looks cool to me. You guys think it looks cool? The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Official trailer number 2. Comment below and tell us what you thought about this trailer. Next up, we got a little something that we missed in the past week. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. More like Aquaman and the Lost trailer, because this thing is so close to coming out and we just got a trailer for it. There's been absolutely no promotional material for this movie whatsoever, and the thing going around is that Warner Brothers just doesn't believe in it, just doesn't think it's good. But we've heard that before with a little movie called Batman vs. Superman, and they ate a whole dick on that one. So I'm not trusting that one bit. But we finally got our first trailer. I'm excited to see Jason Momoa come back and give me that fucking hardcore metal Aquaman. I love it. So let's dive right in and see what the fuck they're giving us with this one.
I wish they would have dyed his hair blonde. Wasn't Aquaman blonde?
No home.
Yeah,
he had short blonde hair.
But now
I don't know how Jason
and a father, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know how you did it, Pops.
My job was a little less stressful than yours.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Tamora Morrison, baby.
Oh, they're
Oh, yeah. I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis. 500 million people from every known species in the sea call this place home. But that doesn't mean they all like me.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear.
Why?
I'm gonna murder his family.
Why does he got beef with Aquaman?
Revenge.
He must be stopped, or a global meltdown is imminent.
Ooh, who is that?
I think I know someone that might be able to help us. Ooh, you look rough.
Who's this guy?
Good job, little brother. High five.
Do not call me brother.
What?
I cannot believe you let this
The real Aquaman.
Oh well. Oh
His
shit.
job.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
It is.
True king builds bridges.
We need to find Manta.
He's different now. He's stronger than before.
Oh yeah, okay.
Black Trident. During King Atlan's time, there were 7 kingdoms. And the Trident was a curse upon them all.
Oh, this is cool, dude. Some kingdom stuff. I like this.
He means to end the bloodline.
That's great. Who is this other guy? This other Aquaman?
I don't know what lies ahead.
Neptune?
But we can't leave our
Got a
children in
name?
a world without hope.
You're not as bad at this as you think.
If you lead, the 7
Isn't that the guy
kingdoms will
from
follow.
Conjurings and
Hey, Amber Heard, they gave her a shot.
That looked great.
Nice.
That looked really cool.
To answer your question, Food, the other Aquaman character, his name is King Orm. That is Aquaman's half-brother.
Interesting. Very cool.
Tamora Morrison is Jason Momoa's dad, dude. Fucking sick and tight, having Boba Fett for a dad. Obviously, Orm was the main protagonist in the first one. He got locked up at the end. He's going to have to break him out because he needs his help with Black Manta, who has seemed to gotten a hold of some kind of magic Triton, and he's trying to end the bloodline of King Atlan and fucking kill Aquaman, and this looks fun. This looks fun. I don't have too much of a problem with the first one. There were a few things I didn't like about it, but overall it was fine. It made Aquaman cool, which seemed impossible at the time. Actually, Zack Snyder made Aquaman cool, but that trailer looks sick to me. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I like
cool.
it, dude. I like
ready to see
Jason
it.
Momoa as Aquaman.
I'm gonna be the one to say it. I'm glad there's no Amber Turd in the trailer, but I heard she wasn't removed from the film because I'm Team Johnny Depp.
Amber Turd was in the trailer. They gave her one shot where she was like punching some glass, but
oh yeah, that was her.
Yeah, other than that, she is mostly absent from this. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Comment below and tell us what you thought of the first official trailer for a movie that comes out in like a month. Comment below, tell us what you think. We shit on this game last time we talked about it.
Oh, it's a game? Oh, no.
We
did
shit
on it.
all over this poor game last time we talked about it.
Oh yeah, I think we said it looked arcadey. We said it looked like an arcade, like a movie theater arcade game.
They came out with like a
Just a Call of Duty skin.
17-minute long fucking gameplay thing. And we watched about 2 minutes of it, and everybody was like, yeah, no, turn this off. We don't need to see any more of this. It was truly horrifying. It did not look great at all. The graphics were meh. The gameplay was even worse. This is the official pre-order trailer, so I'm guessing like a cinematic. I haven't even told them what this is. This is the RoboCop Rogue City trailer, by the way, people. The RoboCop Rogue City trailer, which is a video game coming out here soon, apparently, is what I'm gathering, because it's a pre-order trailer. So let's jump right into this shit and see what the hell is going on with this.
Sexual
Aren't you
themes.
tired of these prehistoric electronic games? OCP is once again pushing the boundaries of technology to bring you the ultimate video experience. Imagine a city plagued by violence and gangs. A city just waiting to be saved.
Oh,
now,
is this a
imagine
Spider-Man
that you
clone?
are the hero this town needs. RoboCop. Order our deluxe edition and pacify the city with the exclusive Auto 9 prototype
Shadow
version.
Legend.
The super powerful OCP shotgun that will punch holes in enemies of order. And one alternate costume to do justice in style. Pre-order now and unlock even more content. What are you waiting for? Save Detroit.
This is easy to
Have
shit
the
on,
adventure of a
dude.
lifetime. OCP is
Respins
committed
and
to your side.
recolors.
I don't know, man.
That was the worst.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just a
Is
pre-order trailer.
this like a private server? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, it is just a pre-order thing, but can the delivery of
Seems
that
like a
whole
mobile
thing.
game.
Yeah, it was like a
It's a
mobile game.
mobile.
A YouTube ad.
Yeah, it really felt that way.
Raid Shadow Legends.
It looks like an ad in RoboCop.
Yeah, like, oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Pre-order now. Give us an extra $15 to $20, and we'll give you a different skin color of the same skin model. It's pretty cool. That
Shit,
did not
hopefully the story actually does well, and we all,
eat our words. If we eat our words, we eat our words. We are
Their
very
marketing was horrible.
I'm hungry. Let's go.
We are very open to being wrong, but as of now, I'm anticipating to be the worst game of the year. But yeah, that's my
looks
thoughts.
like Starfield, to be honest. I'm looking at the gameplay right now. Looks like Starfield.
Has anybody got anything else to say about this abomination? That's a no. RoboCop Rogue City, baby. Comment below. Tell us what you thought about it. All right, gentlemen. We are out of the trailer zone and moving into the news section of our show. First little tidbit of news we got is very exciting to me, and I know exciting to Fusik. Power Rangers, the 2017 movie, if you remember it, was met with mixed reviews. That's coming from both audiences and critics. I personally thought it was really, really good. I think there could have been more Power Rangers, but it was a good movie, so like, you know what I'm saying? It made up for there not being so much. But that last 30 minutes is just, man, if you're a Mighty Morphin fan, you probably had a little stain in your underwear when you got home. I had a blast seeing it in theaters. It was a fun one. I've talked about this before, I think last episode. The dynamic between this specific team is amongst my favorite in the entire lore for Power Rangers. But the story is, so 2017 was the last time we got a Power Rangers movie. It did meh. They were dead set on making some sequels, and then it kind of just went dark for a while. Nobody heard anything. Hasbro started shopping the rights around the film rights again here recently, and guess who bought them? Lionsgate, which is the company who produced said 2017 movie. What we're gathering, what we're thinking is that Lionsgate may have learned from their mistakes in that first one. They're going to course correct a little bit and give us a sequel focusing on Tommy Oliver, as it should have been all along. But, better late than never, I suppose. This is great news for me to hear. Me and Fu just watched Mighty Morphin 95 yesterday. One of the Chef's Kiss, one of the greatest films in American history, I tell you. Ivan Ooze is top tier villains of all time. So we're getting a sequel focusing on Tommy Oliver. Apparently this cast is coming back. I'm excited as hell to hear this. More Power Rangers is always a good news, especially with the tragic passing of Jason David Frank in the past year, which really sucks. He did cameo in the last movie. It was cool to see him. Theater erupted when he popped on screen. More Power Rangers. How's everybody feeling about more Power Rangers?
Good.
Power Rangers.
Great. Do it.
Do it.
Power Rangers is awesome.
Power Rangers is
They can
so
bring
sick.
it back and bring it back well. I hope they bring
Yeah.
back a cool series too. I hope they get that back up and going.
Yeah. Is there a series going right now? Do they have one on air?
They might. Very possible, actually.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, there probably is something going on right now.
They usually do.
Oh man, and there's so much stuff they could do. There's like times in the show where the different groups of Power Rangers all come together, and that shit is insane. Like, I always thought it'd be cool, which I think there might have been, but like a mix of the Japanese Power Rangers with the Americans, that would be sick.
Ooh, that would be good. Little Super Sentai action in there. The villain of the 2017 one was Rita Repulsa. She's played by Elizabeth Banks. Loved her performance. She was great. If you guys are familiar with the villains of the series, who would y'all like to see be the villain of this next one? I know who I would like to see.
The Z guy, forget his name.
The Z guy. Lord Zed.
Lord Zed, yeah, I like him. Dude, he's great.
Yeah, he's a good.
And Ivan Ooze, of course. Would be a good.
That was my choice, was Ivan Ooze. They didn't kill Rita in the first one. So they did tease Tommy Oliver at the end of the first one, post-credit scene. There was it was like detention, and like they showed a green jacket, and we all know what that means. The plan was from what we heard way back when this was popular, they were going to make their way to Lord Zed. They were going to dip their toes into some Zeo lore and kind of go that direction. I think that is a good idea. I think go to Ivan Ooze next. Give me Ivan Ooze in this sequel. I want to see a modernized Ivan Ooze. Make him wacky, just like he was in the 95 one. And then possibly for the third one, do a Lord Zed. And then if it continues from there, give me Mesogog. Mesogog is one of my favorite villains.
That's one I was gonna say. Mesogog. Yeah.
Mesogog, he's so cool. Fucking, he's like the scientist, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type deal going on. He's a scientist during the day and turns into a freaky dinosaur man hybrid Power Rangers villain at night. It's fucking awesome.
I like the Master Org too. The guy with the third eye right here.
Yeah.
The horn.
I don't know if I remember.
Who was the girl? The lady villain from Turbo, the main villain, like the lady. Do you remember her name?
Divatox. I was just looking at her, and I don't know much about like which villains and which, but I do remember seeing the villains.
I mean, hey, do exactly what Mighty Morphin and fucking Turbo did back in the day. Go straight from Mighty Morphin. Now give us a Turbo outlook on it. Give them cars. Give them badass whips, dude. She was hot. She was very hot.
Being a kid, I was like, God dang. I was like, this is it.
This is They need to come out with a hot toy of her, because that figure would indeed go into the cum jar. So Divatox, that would be another one of my choices. I don't know, but I'm just happy we're getting more. I mean, give me more Power Rangers. I'm always ready for more Power Rangers. Apparently, there's a show in the work at Netflix as well. That's it might be a movie. They're doing something at Netflix as well that's going to take us back to the 90s. It's going to be a time travel thing. What do you guys think about more Power Rangers, a sequel to the 2017 film? Comment below and tell us how you're feeling about Morphin' Time. Next up, Jimmy Guns. I'm going to talk a little bit about Jimmy Guns here. Mr. Jimmy Guns has he's come out and said some more stuff that pisses me off. If you want me to get real truthful about it, pisses me off. As a matter of fact, it pisses me off so bad, I need to recreate. Everybody just wait a second. Just wait a second. Jimmy Guns, you son of a bitch. Remember how we were talking about when all this stuff first started hitting the internet, when we first started doing the DawgHouse, right? I was pissed. I was blowing my gasket over fucking my Henry Cavill not coming back. I was blowing my gasket over my Ben Affleck Batman not coming back. But I said, if you're going to hard reboot, you hard reboot. You get rid of it all. If you ain't getting rid of it all, don't get rid of none of it. What I say Jimmy Guns was going to do, he's going to keep his shit, and he's going to fucking erase everything else. That's what the fuck is happening, goddammit. He has announced that John Cena's Peacemaker, Viola Davis's Amanda Waller, and Blue Beetle, I forget the actor's name, I'm sorry, are coming back in his DCU. But everything else is gone. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I mean, goddamn.
It's not WWE. You can't get a draw off Cena anywhere.
I don't hate, and I haven't seen Blue Beetle yet. So Xing him out. I don't hate either one of these actors in these specific roles. They're both fine. Like I said just a second ago when we were watching the Hunger Games thing, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, she pulls it off perfect. John Cena, he's very funny. I liked him in the Suicide Squad. I liked him in his show even more. I don't have a problem with these characters. What I have a problem with is you getting rid of the other fucking 8 characters that your fans are screaming and screaming, bring these guys back. These people are willing to give you their money, and you're like, nah, just gonna fuck those guys, but I'll hand pick a couple things and take this with me. It's almost like when you're moving out of your mom's house when you're like 9 years old and you pack up like 1 or 2 of your favorite toys and you're like, all right, bitch, I'm out. I'll see you. Yeah, It's kind of like that. It pisses me off, dude. I don't know. I don't want to go on too long of a rant about it, but I kind of just wanted to bring it up. It's making its rounds on the internet. Does this make y'all? How are y'all feeling about these guys coming back in the DCU, but everyone else is?
That means no Henry Cavill, right?
Yes,
immediate
that means
loss.
no
immediate loss.
Immediate
L.
L.
Severe oversight.
Yep.
Poor business decision.
Very poor.
Personally, I agree. You can't get rid of some and keep others.
It's
now just I feel like DCU has been in shambles, and now it's just running over its own legs. I don't know.
It is indeed running over its own legs.
I mean, they've always recast DC stuff. Like, they've rarely kept a thing going for a long time. I mean, I guess Superman back in the day, did they have the same guy playing Superman for a while?
I mean,
I
pretty
think it
much.
was,
1
yeah,
through
it was,
4.
Yeah,
But
what's
that
his
was
face?
that was forever ago. I mean, it's fucked up. I wish Ben Affleck could have been around longer until they made like a magnum opus Batman movie with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think we should get rid of John Cena because of that. Because John Cena's everybody really likes this character.
No, don't get rid of John. I like John as Peacemaker. It's hard to pull off a goofy D-tier character like Peacemaker, and he did it well.
Yeah. No,
That's my problem is not with these characters staying, it's with these specific characters staying, but everyone else is going. Like, and here's the biggest issue about it is the Zack Snyder's story. That whole arc could have been finished by now if he would have continued like he was supposed to and just kept on track. It would have been over a year ago, and James Gunn would have been free to start his DCU in 2025. No questions asked. Nobody's pissed off about it. We got what we wanted. We're ready to see what you have to present to us. Yes, let's do it. But when you're doing this whole, he's done a lot of lying about this shit. I mean, he was on record saying, yeah, we talked to Ben Affleck, and he said he'd love to come direct something for us over here at DC. We get a quote from Affleck. He's like, no, I've never said that. And no, I would never direct for James Gunn's DC. I don't have a problem with James Gunn, but I would never make a movie for those guys.
They need to, like, if like when Marvel, they did their thing, they had a fucking 10-year goddamn plan.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were making money, but DCU is not making money. So they need to make a 10-year plan and then make the budget low, because until one of them pops off, like when one of them pops off, then they can like increase the ante. But they're like, they keep going in with like Marvel budget, but like a 1-year plan. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. It was the problem was always, it was back when Zack started this stuff, Man of Steel, BVS, and so on and so forth, up until, I mean, last year when James Gunn came in and took over, it's always been that revolving door has never stopped. Leadership in and out, different people, different ideas, different. This is what we're going to go bigger now. The next guy comes in, we're going to go even bigger, and we're going to do this. Like, it was constant change of direction.
Like, Marvel had movies that weren't that good up until like before Avengers came out, which Avengers was like the culmination of like, oh shit, and like everybody started acting like Marvel movies were all perfect. But like, they even had some stuff that wasn't like 10 out of 10. So it's like they have like one movie not do well, and they're like, no, we got to scrap the whole plan.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. BVS misperformed, and they got scared and was like, okay, now we need to straight up copy and paste Marvel. We need everything.
And it only misperformed in terms of how much money they spent on it. Like, they shouldn't have spent so much money on it.
It still was a profitable movie. It still made billions of dollars. It's just It was like mixed with like critics and fans, and that's all to do with the chopping and the director's cut and all that nonsense.
I didn't know Kathleen Kennedy was in charge of DCU as well.
Oh, really? Is that a connection? I did not know.
No, I'm just joking.
I had to look at it for a second.
I was like,
No.
what's this woman doing in control of this much stuff?
She's
No one's that competent.
I'm just still butthurt over Star Wars.
James Gunn is in cahoots with Kathleen Kennedy. They're like, we're gonna fucking ruin everything, us two together.
That's the thing. It's not even the people. It's clearly the system that they're trying to use is just totally dumb.
Yeah.
Like, what system do you got going on?
One that is not working. One that they need to reboot Hollywood. I'm gonna say it again, reboot the whole goddamn thing. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to address that a little bit. James Gunn coming out and just spewing out more nonsense and just stirring up the pot. I've said it once, I'll say it again. James, you need to stay the fuck off of Twitter. You need to stay the fuck off of Twitter. Quit replying to fans. Quit trying to tell us what you're doing, and just fucking do it. Quit trying to tell us, and like, I don't know if I get it. Maybe you're trying to prepare us or whatever, but man, just make your movies, make your shows, and quit answering fans, because it's only creating more problems for you. But that's my last tidbit on it. So Jimmy Gunn's saying that John Cena, Viola Davis, and the Blue Beetle actor are all going to be returning in his DCU, but everyone else, nah. Or I'm sure more people that he handpicks will be coming back. Like, I'll be willing to bet that his wife is going to come back. He's going to give his wife a role. But yeah, these guys have been confirmed. Tell us what you think about these cats coming back in the new iteration of the DC movies down below. Our next topic, it is a touchy one, and it sucks to have to talk about, but Sir Michael Gambon, as many people know to be Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series, the second guy who played him, has sadly passed away of pneumonia this past week on September 27th. Man, I'm not a huge fan of the Potter movies, but he was one of the best things about it. I enjoyed his performance. I've seen him in other things, and it sucks when you got to talk about shit like this, when like people who he will live forever. Like, it's weird that people like this will live forever, because Harry Potter's obviously never going anywhere.
That's the good part about it, is that they played those characters that are timeless characters.
Yeah, and he'll always be there.
Hagrid, Snape, and Dumbledore.
That sucks, dude. That's 3 people now. I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a second. Do y'all remember y'all's first time seeing Harry Potter? Do you remember where you were, what you thought of it?
I don't remember it, but I saw all of them in theaters.
Yeah,
and out so when they came in Christmas.
Oh, cool.
I think I saw it to Goblet of Fire in theaters.
Dude. Oh wow.
Well, I didn't see 8.
I remember seeing Sorcerer's Stone and then getting it, like renting it at school, in elementary school, and reading it.
Yeah, the Sorcerer's Stone is such a banger.
What is the one that had Edward Cullen in it? Robert Pattinson.
I think
Goblet. That was probably the best one.
That was the 4th one.
That was the best one.
It was like a little
that was stuff
there.
So, in remembrance of Sir Michael Gambon, I kind of just wanted to play this tribute video that Mr. Estas on YouTube has created. Dropped it yesterday. Just feel like it's a good, just like a good send off. You know what I mean? Just to show some love to him, show some support to his family.
We're in King's Cross, you say? I think if you so desire, you'll be able to board a train.
And where would it take me?
But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times. If one only remembers to turn on the light.
He will be under the finest headmaster that Hogwarts has ever seen.
Professor?
Albus Dumbledore.
Dumbledore is a great wizard. Only a fool would question it.
It was foolish of you to come here tonight, Tom.
Severus. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
Please.
You must be the one to kill me, Severus.
Albus Dumbledore is the greatest sorcerer in the world. He'll never be gone. Not as long as those who remain are loyal to him.
Avada Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living. And above all those who live without love.
Welcome, welcome to another year at Hogwarts.
Horace, you mind if I take this? I do love knitting patterns. I have no intention of going to Azkaban.
Enough of this. Take him!
Being me has its privileges. Take my arm. Take my arm. Do as I say. You seem to be laboring under the delusion that I'm going to... What was the phrase? Come quietly.
Attention!
Is that really Dumbledore?
And he's studying pacing. Does that a lot.
Dumbledore's got style.
Child's voice. Whoever honest and true.
Oh, God.
What are you doing here, Miss Granger? You need a shave, my friend. How are you?
I never liked these curtains.
We did it.
Good work. Set them on fire in my 4th year.
Enjoying your classes?
By accident, of course.
What about your activities outside the classroom?
Good night.
Good luck.
Dude, hell yeah. That was a great video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great video. And it just proves that he always got the most laughs out of me in the movies. For sure.
Dude, he's great. A great character. Never did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
So much wisdom.
It's crazy how movies and art can just like connect people. Like somebody made that for somebody that they probably never met in person.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
And I dread
Shout
the
out
day.
Esther.
I dread the day that we lose someone
Mark
like
Hamill.
Mark Hamill. So rest in peace to Sir Michael Gambon. Our thoughts are with his family, and it is deeply tragic. Alrighty, so next up, there are reports that the television rights, that is for Halloween, are already being shopped around so shortly after Halloween ends wrapped. I mean, how long ago was that? It was a year and some change when we got Halloween ends. And they're already like, all right, let's give it another crack. So A24 is leading the bidding war for the television rights to Halloween. And I think that is fucking awesome. We talked about Crystal Lake, which is A24 taking on Jason Voorhees for a television series over at Peacock. And now it looks like they're going to do the same thing with Halloween. Hell fucking yeah. I don't think we've had a Halloween TV series before. I'm ready to see Michael Myers in an episodic format. If they even go the Michael Myers route, they might not. They might do something completely different. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think about this? Where do you think they could go with a Halloween television series?
Well, A24 has made some of the best movies, like some of my favorite movies, like Midsommar, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Great movies. So I don't know what the hell they're going to do. As long as they're giving people creative freedom and letting them make some cool stuff, which is what it seems like they do.
Yeah, I'd rather see something like this than just another reboot or, another adaptation of a movie. I want to see a series episodic would be nice.
It always feels like the safe route to go if you've just done a movie or you've just had a sequence of movies, but you still want to try to give it another crack, but you don't want to force another movie down everyone's throat. So hey, let's make a show out of it and throw it on fucking Prime or Peacock or whatever the case may be. Do y'all want to see him tackle Michael Myers, or do y'all want to go a different way?
I do and I don't.
The original idea for the Halloween series wasn't Michael Myers. It was always going to be an anthology thing. The first one was very successful, so they were like, all right, we'll do another one of that just to cash in, make some money to continue this thing. So they did Halloween 2. And then Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, that has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's revolves around these three masks, and it's a really fucking wacky thing, and it did absolutely horrible. Everyone hated it. It's become kind of a cult classic now. People like it, but back then when it came out, people were like, "Fuck no, give me Michael Myers back. We want William Shatner. We want William Shatner killer. Bring him back."
I'd be totally down if it wasn't Michael Myers, because that just sounds cool. If that was always originally part of their plan, like it'd be cool to see them mess around with that. Because they keep making Michael Myers stuff.
Me personally, look, I might be in the minority here. I might not, but I think they need to do Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers. Maybe give him a bit of an upgrade. Maybe go full on supernatural with him. Quit teetering on the line of is he not, and just kind of just give him that ability.
You can make a female Michael Myers.
Yeah, dude.
Michelle Myers.
He seduces you.
Michelle Myers, there you go.
Before killing you. I was
just trying to piss this off.
That's the wrong movie.
Let me go ahead and shout out Rob Zombie for his adaptations, man. We're still on Michael.
I watched him, but I can't remember him.
I liked it. I like the gore for the most part.
I'm sorry, I checked out for a minute because of the female Michael Myers shit.
I brought Rob Zombie up.
Hey, that's my dad.
The cool thing about Michael Myers, the very first movie, if you watch that, it's a movie about death. Like, it's literally just about death. Like, Michael Myers' character he represents the fact that you're going to die. And like, there's a scene in a classroom where they're talking about something. I don't remember it exactly, but it makes it clear what the movie's about. It's like he's like the Grim Reaper almost. Like, he's literally he just represents death. That would probably be my favorite slasher movie. Halloween, the first one.
Oh yeah, the original. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That movie is a good one. It's so short. It's a quick watch. It's got that vibe to it. Like, okay, October has started when I put that movie in the DVD player. Yes, I'm old. I still watch DVDs. Halloween TV series coming from A24. Hey, I want to say this really quick. With that being the case, that A24 has the rights, or is about to have the rights to Halloween and Jason Voorhees.
Oh, you already know what that means.
Can we make them fight?
Yeah.
Can we make them fight, please? Or, hey, you know what I would be cool with? Make it set in the same universe. Even if they never meet, just make it set in the same universe. Have one of these shows reference the others. Halloween from A24. How are you feeling about it? Comment below and tell us what you would like to see from a Halloween TV series. Next up, I know Fusik's going to get excited about this one.
Minecraft.
Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa has just got a huge post WGA strike production update.
Oh yeah.
Oh, got a
Is he
little
gonna
thing.
be Steve?
I think so.
I see Pedro Pascal as being Steve.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal and Jason Momoa are confirmed for this, apparently. Someone please enlighten me. What are they going to do in a Minecraft movie? What's the story?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be interesting.
Is it live action?
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be
live action or voice.
I'm excited to see the
voice
trailer. Whatever.
If they did it live action,
that would be hilarious.
The guy just
dude, what if you could make any movie? I mean, you play Minecraft and anything can happen. It could be a survival movie where like they're stuck and they're trying to survive from creepers attacking them and zombies and
I thought it'd be live action. That's a funny thought for sure.
I would love this. I would love it if they somehow just made like The Walking Dead basically like an episode, like make it look like but like whether it's live action or not, like it's just like we're out here trying to survive.
They got the creepers and all that, yeah.
trying to make a homestead. And I mean, at that point, you would just be making a movie that had the background of Minecraft, basically. What's Steve do, or what's the guy's name in Minecraft?
Yeah, what's his backstory? Anybody?
I don't know if he has one.
That's what I'm saying. Is there any real lore to Minecraft? Steve is going to be Pedro Pascal.
I knew it was. Yeah, he's such a Steve.
That's cool.
It's a funny thought. I'm interested to see what they do with it. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it. What if they just make it? Yeah, what if they just make it like the game? It just looks like the game. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I would
like more directed towards kids.
That'll do really well.
This thing is supposed to start filming in the spring of 2024, though. That's the news.
Matt Berry is hilarious. That was the third guy on there.
Too far. We're almost in winter of 23.
So, a Minecraft movie to begin filming in 2024 with possibly a 2025 release date. They better be careful and not go up against Superman Legacy. That would be dangerous. Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa and Pedro Pascal. Comment below and tell us what you think of this news. Chris Evans might be coming back to the MCU at some point as Captain America. He's always been a little bit hesitant to answer questions regarding this, but here recently he finally spoke up, and this is what he had to say. He said, "It's tough because, look, I love that role deeply. He means so much to me, and I really do. I think there's more Steve Rogers stories." That's a typo. I think there's more Steve Rogers stories to tell, sure. But at the same time, I'm very, very precious with it. It's like this little shiny thing that I have that I love so much, and I just don't want to mess it up in any way. And I was part of something that was so special for the special period of time, and in a way, it landed so well. This isn't the full quote. I remember seeing that he also said that if he was to come back, it would have to be the same guy. He wouldn't do like a variant. It would have to be the real thing. I mean, do you guys see something like this happening anytime soon? Do y'all think Chris Evans could pop up in one of these Avengers movies as Captain America?
For sure, yeah. I could see that.
Within the next 10 years, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, dude, because he went back in time, right? And then lived his whole life out, and then came back and, like, brought his shield back. So, like, that's a whole time period where he could get called to action again.
Yeah, there's a whole gray
via time
area.
Travel.
My thing has always been, I've always wanted to see them do a thing where he takes the stones back. I want to see him take the stones back to where they were. And then I want to see him get into some kind of mess when he's finally gets to his final destination with Peggy. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. I agree. I think there's more stories to tell with him. I think it could be done. It'll probably be like a Ace in the Hole type of thing that they'll, if everything goes to shit, fuck, here you go. Here's Chris Evans back. Please give us money. Please come watch our movie.
I want to see him overthrow the government. I want to see him fucking, it's 2020 fucking 3, and he fucking overthrows the government.
He comes back and fights modern political division.
Yeah.
He heals the divide.
I want to see real ass stories. Like, the comic books have made some real ass, good ass stories, and so have the movies, but like they don't always. And I like it when it's some good shit, like, or just something artistic or something.
I'd be open to the idea of him coming back. Seems like
tired of them playing it safe.
Yeah,
playing it safe.
I don't know. They Marvel, you better get your fucking shit together, dude, because I've lost hope in you as well. Maybe Chris Evans, Steve Rogers is your magnum opus, and you need to go ahead and get to it, bub. I'd like to see him come back. I'd also like to see Robert Downey Jr. come back.
I was just thinking about that.
I love the vibes whenever it wasn't the entire world is on the line, or like the entire universe. I mean, like whenever it was him in World War II / just all these different things where it was like kind of human level stuff, not intergalactic stuff.
Yeah. Even Age of Ultron was, still not,
not galactic threat. He was more of a world threat, but he was born of this world. He was created by man, so it's a man problem.
I want to see Captain America fighting a Hitler mech.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes.
I love the reference that Cap makes to Hitler in the first Avengers movie. It's one of my favorite lines from that movie. He said, the last time I was in Germany and saw another man standing over everyone else we didn't come to an agreement. I love that. Something like that. Here we ended up disagreeing.
Dude, he punched Hitler in the comics, so that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
The Wolfenstein X Captain America.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Like when we were watching that Hunger Games trailer, the thing I was thinking while we were watching it is like, this is cool and all, but I want somebody with superpowers to come and just beat the shit out of everybody. Like that's what I want to see. I just want to see the government get destroyed, like by some dude with his fists.
Superman just comes down and lays waste to all of them. Fuck all
Gosh,
you guys.
man.
You're free. Chris Evans possibly showing interest in coming back to the MCU as Steve Rogers, the actual Steve Rogers, not just some variant. How do you feel about it? Do you think there's room for him to come back? Do you think it's time for him to come back? Comment below and tell us what you think. All right, last bit of news, fellas.
My God! Oh my God!
That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped. So, last bit of news, guys. The MCU X-Men movie has finally gotten its first major update in years.
Look at this image.
The MCU X-Men movie will most likely have a decision on its writer at the top of 2024. So in just a couple months, they will know who's writing that movie. We'll know a little bit after that, I'm assuming.
God.
And the wheels are finally starting to turn on this. That's been whispered about for years and years now, and now we're finally starting to see some progress be made. X-Men could save the MCU, dude. If everything else is garbage and you come out with a semi-decent X-Men movie, you're back in business. So yeah, just a quick little update about it. They're going to be looking for their writer. We're going to know by 2024. X-Men coming to the MCU. We've known it for a long time, but it's finally getting a fucking move on. And as soon as we get more updates about it, we'll be talking about it. Comment below and tell us how you feel about writers being discussed for the X-Men MCU movie. All right, ladies and gents, we are now into the question of the day segment of our show, where we kind of just like to veer off and fucking talk about whatever the fuck we want. The question of the week this week is, what is your favorite comic book storyline or story arc? Hope, Division, would you like to go first?
Yes, my favorite, just based off of just the coolest, not my favorite character, but Superman Red Sun. It's it's based on Superman if he landed in Russia instead of Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And you get him being the Russian Superman. You also get some Batman that's like a Russian version, and same with Wonder Woman. So it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool storyline. They've done a animated movie for it. Have you seen it?
I have not.
It is so good.
Honorable mention would be Planet Hawk.
Planet Hawk.
Killing Joke.
Yes.
Death of Gwen Stacy. I love a lot of comic storylines.
Oh, the death of Mary Jane for me. Fusik, what's your favorite comic book storyline or arc?
I read like 3 or 4 issues, the first 3 or 4 issues of this comic series called Sandman.
Sandman.
They made a series about it on Netflix, and it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really the only comic I've ever read, but it was awesome. Swamp Things are really good.
Swamp Thing.
I love the Swamp Thing comic books. Those always attract. Like my dad had a comic book collection, and I was always interested in the Swamp Thing.
Steezy, what's your favorite comic book storyline or arc?
It's going to be Volume 16, A Larger World from The Walking Dead, when the Saviors first came.
Nice.
And I know everybody hated it in the show, but issue 100 was when Negan was introduced and he killed Glenn. Dude, that shit changed me.
That
and
shit
I've seen
changed.
it in the comics. I've seen it in the comics before the show. I don't know. I've always been a big fan of The Walking Dead. The comics more than the show, but I do love the show and that spin-offs for what they are.
For me, it's a huge tug of war for the favorite, but I think in the end, I do think that the death of Superman is indeed my favorite comic arc of all time. Funeral for a Friend. Yeah, like you said, Hope, just seeing Superman finally like, okay, I really have to this is going to take, I'm going to have to, my full force. This motherfucker is still not budging. Doomsday was one of the most terrifying characters to ever go toe-to-toe with Superman. And that animated movie even though it doesn't tell the story quite as good as the comics did, it still does a great job at attempting it. And man, just seeing Superman getting the shit beat out of him, absolutely fucking demolished. It is a hard watch. It is a hard watch. But I love when Superman comes back in the black suit. Black suit Superman is my favorite iteration of Superman. And we got it in the Death of Superman storyline. And then we got the Reign of Superman, and just that whole era of Superman was fun. My honorable mention would definitely be Injustice. I love Injustice when Superman kind of goes off the rails. The Joker hits him with some gas, makes him think that Lois Lane is Doomsday, and he takes her to space and kills her while she is impregnated with his son.
Oh my god.
And it is it's another hard watch, dude. That movie did not do it justice. The games did do it justice. No pun intended on these justice things. The movie did it injustice, if I had to put too fine a point on it. But yeah, when Superman fucking kills the Joker, punches through his fucking chest, taking his heart out, and he just oh my god, it's so good. If you haven't read it, go read it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you haven't played it, go play it. But yeah, those are my two choices. I'm going to throw Planet Hulk in there as well, because Planet Hulk holds a special place in my heart. Those are our favorite comic book storylines and story arcs. Comment below and tell us your favorite comic book storylines. Make sure you tune in with us Wednesday on the Jedi Temple podcast for the season finale of Ahsoka. It's going to be crazy. I'm working on getting everybody who's ever been on the show over there on that day to watch it together. That's my goal. Look at it as the Jedi Temple podcast Infinity War, because that's what I'm going for. I feel like it's going to be one of the hardest episodes to produce, but I'm willing to go for it.
Successful.
Oh yeah,
because he's a high dollar character. He's a whole franchise revival.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what Thrawn does and where they take him. Hopefully this is not the end. I don't think it is. Make sure you subscribe over there to the Jedi Temple podcast. Make sure you subscribe to Pigeon Servers The Nest over on YouTube. Make sure you're watching our gameplay videos that we're dropping on the DawgHouse. We've dropped quite a bit recently. We've dropped the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. We've dropped a Phasmophobia one. And it's all been straight bangers over this way. Until next time, we love you. Peace out.